Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm excited to share my long-awaited review of Lady White Snake from the Certain Collection by Stephane Humbert Lucas. It's been my goal to experience and review the entire Snake collection, and I'm thrilled to say that this fragrance is the final piece of that puzzle. Or is it really? Initially, when the La Collection Serpent was released, I was the first one to do an initial impression of the whole entire collection on YouTube. And I went ahead and talked about Lady White Snake as well. But when I was doing my first impression, I promised you guys that I will go ahead and do a full review of all the fragrances one by one. And as I started doing so, Stephane Humbert Lucas surprised us with Pink Boa, which I was already aware of. I knew that he was planning to come out with Pink Boa. And so I went ahead and reviewed that as well, which was my last Stephane Humbert Lucas review on my channel. And then I was like, you know what, I definitely have to do a review of Lady White Snake as well. And again, I just remembered I said review because I don't really do reviews. I actually give lessons, an explanation of the composition of the fragrance. So I really sit down with the perfumer and talk about every single note and how they react with each other and how certain accords get created in the fragrance, and that's exactly what I do with my videos. So I don't come out and say, this is what I feel that I'm getting, or this is what my perception is of this scent. I really come out and tell you guys what the perfumer was planning to achieve with the notes that he used or the ingredients that he used in this fragrance. Lady White Snake is a captivating fragrance that draws inspiration from ancient Chinese legends. This remarkable creation by master perfumer and artist Stephane Humbert Lucas beautifully captures the essence of a certain goddess manifesting in human guise. Lady White Snake is an embodiment of purity and femininity. It captures the essence of pure love through a delightful arrangement of white flowers, creating a captivating olfactory experience. Lady White Snake is a sophisticated blend that continually evolves, surprising the senses with its intricate composition. Its alluring and addictive nature serves as an irresistible invitation to indulge in the pleasures of sensory gratification. The delicate composition of white flowers adds an enchanting touch, leaving a lasting impression on anyone fortunate enough to experience its allure. There's the gorgeous bottle of Stephane Humbert Lucas Lady White Snake. Let's spray some of this and see what we get. This is crazy. This is one of the most beautiful tuberose fragrances that I have ever smelled. I can easily say this is the best tuberose fragrance right now on the market. You see, tuberose notes, it's a very tricky note in perfumery. A lot of people shy away from it because it has this old world or vintage aura about it, which some people don't like that. And the way Stephane Humbert Lucas structured this, he gave this modern twist, if you will, and kind of made it youthful, very energizing. So it smells very young, energizing, youthful, very mass-pleasing. And I think that's why a lot of people fell in love with this one. And every time I smell this, even though it's a very feminine type of a scent, it makes me want to wear it myself. Wow, such a pretty scent. Very beautiful, very sexy, gorgeous. Lady White Snake captivates from the start with a delightful combination of orange blossom and honeysuckle. The opening reveals a realistic and refreshing orange blossom note, which also carries a subtle, sparkling, fresh yet creamy sweetness reminiscent of nectar and pollen, evoking the essence of honey. Contrary to some opinions labeling it as synthetic, I find that it exudes a natural, pleasant aroma, if you will. So it's funny that when I was reading some of the reviews, some people were saying that this smells kind of synthetic, but to me, it has this very photorealistic or scent-realistic kind of an odor profile to it, which smells very natural, very organic. The presence of mandarin orange further contributes to the honeyed sweetness, but what truly accentuates the sweetness of Lady White Snake is a note that hasn't been mentioned on Stephane Humbert Lucas' website nor on any other website, and no reviewer ever talked about it, which is a little bit of sugar. In perfumery, the term sugar note refers to a scent that resembles the sweet aroma of sugar. It is often used to add a gourmand or dessert-like quality to a fragrance. The smell of sugar in perfumes can evoke images of confectionery, caramel, or sugary treats. Creating a sugar note in perfumery involves the use of various aromatic compounds that mimic the scent of sugar. These compounds can be either natural or synthetic. In perfumery, sugar cord is created by using ingredients like vanillin, ethyl maltol, coumarin, and caramel cord, which mimic the aroma of sugar. These components are blended together by perfumers to capture the desired sweet scent. So this is definitely another important compound that adds to creamy and sweetness of Lady White Snake. In addition to the orange blossom, after a few minutes, the fragrant wafts of tuberose and magnolia begin to emerge, which definitely creates a complex persona in this fragrance and makes it complex, interesting, and artistic at the same time. Tuberose adds an intense white floral note with hints of carnality and indolic richness, accompanied by green undertones. Meanwhile, magnolia imparts a waxy, lemony floral character, infusing the composition with freshness and lush qualities. These elements combine to create a potent, opulent essence reminiscent of powerful floral fragrances from the 80s. Lady White Snake proudly embodies the spirit of that era, a bold, provocative, unapologetic, seductive, and magnetizing scent that transports us to that bygone era. As we delve deeper into its core, the fragrance becomes more creamy, which can be the amber body coming forward along with white leather, which adds a unique light to the center stage, lending a velvety, powdery, or suede-like qualities, which some might even say it has some animalic qualities to it. But to me, it doesn't have any animalic qualities to it. I would say it has more of like a very soft leather pigments or layers to it, but I don't really smell anything animalic, and that's probably because I have a lot of animalic fragrances and I burn oud a lot, so I'm very used to animalic scents. So this one to me is really beautiful and very mass-pleasing. So I don't see the white leather creating any animalic facets. I see it creating more of like a suede-like kind of a leathery, soft facet to the amber body of the scent. You see, I'm trying really hard to smell to see if I can smell that animalic facet in here, but to my nose, I feel more of powdery, velvety, and suede-like qualities instead of animalic nuances. You haven't experienced animalic yet unless you have spent a few sessions of fragrance sampling with me. And here is another proof that fragrances are extremely subjective depending on your nose experience. Now, one interesting thing regarding the white leather note, as they like to say, because I wanted to talk about it to explain what really white leather is. It is a specific variation or subcategory of leather in perfumery. White leather refers to a lighter and softer interpretation of the leather note. It is usually characterized by a cleaner, smoother, and more refined scent profile compared to traditional leather notes. White leather can have a subtle and elegant aroma, often with hints of powdery or suede-like qualities, which you definitely get that in Lady White Snake, more than animalic, if you will. I think that the word animalic will scare off a lot of people that haven't tried Lady White Snake, and it will take away their chance to give this beauty a test drive. Specifically, if they've been on my channel and they know that I review a lot of animalic fragrances. So I can rest assure you that this one does not have any animalic facet to it. I would say it has more of a very sexual opulence, powdery, velvety undertone to it, if you would like to think of that as animalic. So again, don't let that word animalic to scare you off, and definitely give this a try, because as I mentioned, this is one of the most beautiful tuberose fragrances that has such a beautiful modern twist to it. As we get to the dry down of Lady White Snake, it morphs into this warmth of ambery, very musky and velvety suede-like dry down, with of course the white floral aspect to it. These unique accords make Lady White Snake a very feminine, lactonic, floral, musky, with hints of suede-like undertones that give it this very sexual, opulent, modern twist to it. All in all, what you get with Lady White Snake, it is a white floral, mainly tuberose, citrusy, floral, sweet, ambery, musky, somewhat velvety. Some like to say animalic. I would like to say more of suede-like undertones that makes it very opulent and sexy. Alright, you guys, that's all I have for Lady White Snake by Stephane Humbert Lucas. As I mentioned earlier, this is one of the best tuberose fragrances that I have ever put my nose on. I'm not the only one that says that. A lot of female reviewers that reviewed this scent are in love with this fragrance. And as far as me goes, as a man, I truly love this scent, and I have no issues wearing this because it's such a sexy, opulent type of a scent, and it's very long lasting as well. And that's it, you guys. That's all I have. And hopefully I'll see you guys soon with another video, maybe with a new baby snake that's getting added to the snake collection. Bye.